Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. This is the current state of the Connor Radio podcast. I am currently juggling a lot of different things in my life, but most notably, my career has taken a front seat and all other priorities have taken a back seat. Unfortunately, I've been unable to put a message out into the world, and really that comes down to the fact that I haven't had a message to actually send out to the world. I've been so stuck in my own world and the things that challenge me that I've had many more difficulties in being able to speak my mind or to be able to speak my truth and to help others along the way. So with that being said, I just want to come on here and tell you that the season of change is upon us with spring, and I know that I feel it for some reason, like in my bones. Like in Michigan, every year, the spirit of change in spring really takes all the challenges that you face during the winter and really helps you come to grips with them during the spring so you can live them out in the summer. So today's vlog is all about embracing change and knowing when you are in control and also accepting when you aren't in control. Because when we aren't in control, it's very scary. It's very difficult to come to grips with that situation in which you cannot do anything except be along for the ride. This podcast was always about perseverance. It was about finding a way around your challenges or creating very unique creative solutions to very complex problems and individual problems to you. I would say in line with that theme, today's message is all about finding your creative solution and knowing that that creative solution is probably something you haven't actually come up with yet, but you could use your past experiences to get there. Don't throw away what you've done in the past. Instead, use it like an archive, take pieces from it, and build a new something that works for you in the modern era. Maybe you have a process or something that you did 5-6 years ago and it's no longer serving you. Maybe it's a productivity system, a way of filing your documents in your laptop. Maybe it's strictly just how do you manage your job or your career. All of these different unique situations are really fun and really interesting, and it's important to recognize that you probably haven't come up with a great solution for those problems yet if you are thinking about them. The goal is to create peace of mind. The goal is to embrace that you are experiencing something in which you have not experienced before, and that's acceptance, being able to accept your situation so you can move forward in a positive direction. Today's system that I've been looking at is how do I encompass what I do in my everyday life? How can I share it to you as quickly and as effectively as possible, without just taking all of my time and attention away from the things that I have to do every day, and instead be as effective with a solution as possible. So to break it down, I really thought about, I want to be able to illustrate my thoughts and ideas and what I go through every day. There's a level of privacy that I very much want in my life, but I believe it's important to have a mechanism to create every single day. So I think a daily blog is something that's really important to me, and that's something that I'm going to try to work on in Substack. I also wanted to create this climbing archive as I've begun to get more and more into climbing, like rock climbing. The more I want to start an archive of my journey, and so I want to do this in written form and through YouTube. And I've never really been successful at YouTube, so I think something that's really fun and really interesting is how I can use my ability to podcast and perhaps add that level of effectiveness that I have in that. So take that aspect of creativity that I'm already okay at, which is building podcasts, and just applying it to a visual archive of my climbs. And to do that in a written format with photo or in a visual format like YouTube. So being able to create an archive for me to look back on years from now and know that I did a good job. I've also started a small business in car detailing. So I really want to create like a detailing catalog. This is something that I am going to work on as it comes into my life. I don't have a lot of clients right now, so I don't need to create this total catalog of vehicles. It really would be a catalog of testimonials for me to better illustrate my business to prospective new customers. So that's something that's on the table, but it's not something I need to do right now. And finally, I haven't podcasted in a long time because, again, I haven't had something to talk about. But something that's important to me is to be able to link my daily blogging with something audio based, which is my podcast. So creating this system, I've really found a way to use artificial intelligence, using Otter AI to learn how to take notes audibly and then transcribe them into words so I can blog, and then being able to take the audio transcription for what I record today and put those up on my own mediums of choice like YouTube and podcast. Beyond that, the most important thing about this entire system is, not being attached to the system of publishing, but being attached to creation. How can I create every day and not be beholden to that one thing that I've created, but instead be more attached to the act of creativity, this thing where you create something and then simultaneously it doesn't become yours, it becomes the world's. So my message to myself is, what is my message and how can I be effective with my message to a group of people who are looking to improve themselves every day or to face challenges head on? I realize that I don't have a effective relationship with social media, so this is a system ultimately to combat the negative effects of social media and to be able to provide to the world something that I think is cool and will hopefully also provide a benefit in the form of learned experience and through audio, visual, and written. So there's just one way that I go through my day. Today is more unique than others, but I haven't taken the time to speak with the world in a long time because I've been going through my own things, and I don't know what else to do to remain consistent other than to just start this thing and try as much as I can to remain consistent, to really put one foot in front of the other. So until the next iteration of this, which would be tomorrow, we're just going to continue creating, and we're going to keep posting, and we're going to keep trying, and we're going to do something that hopefully provides benefit to the world. I don't want this to be some self-masturbating creative economy that's just like, look at me. I want this to be something where people can see and grow and learn, not from being in awe of someone else, but actually learning from someone else's shared experience. And that's what Connor Radio is. That's what it's always been, a podcast about sharing other people's learned experience. And it's a way for me to channel my creative endeavors through something that doesn't monetize my attention and your attention as well. So today we went over my getting back into trying to be creative. That was my dog. My trying to get back into being creative. My trying to build a system that's quick and effective and easy to post online as quickly as possible so I can spend more time being present. We went deep dived into what that actually looked like. And then finally, the message to the world of, how can you be the best that you can be by learning from others? Thanks for stopping into Connor Radio. This is a new single, and you've just... With that, thank you for your time. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.